they DQ'd us. They DQ'd us. We didn't care.
Yeah.
We didn't.
All right, welcome back to the Mensch Racing Podcast bonus, where everything goes.
We're not on camera cheating, right?
What?
He's recording this again, and we're talking about cheating.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's not good. I wasn't. You were. I wasn't.
Yeah.
How they're cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we may have gotten a text or two. But yeah, let me make sure this is not online. I'm pretty sure it's just on OBS, which is our
And what you
platform.
post it later?
Yeah, this is just for Spotify. So this is bonus.
Oh, doesn't
anything goes.
it doesn't go on Facebook?
No, the link will, but it's just for audio.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, we are here after our great episode with Tom Brown and Mike Sullivan. We were just talking live last week about our top 10 drivers list. So if you haven't seen that list or haven't seen that episode, check that episode out. It's one of the favorites by far for me. I don't know about them, but thank you.
It's good.
Thank you, Tom and Mike, for coming.
Yes, sir.
And sticking around for this bonus edition.
Yeah.
We will play a game, but we won't hit it off right away. The episode went a little bit long, which is great, but we had a lot of comments, a lot of the same comments, so we're going to hit that up. But I also kind of rushed through your racing backgrounds so that we could hit our top 10 list. So let's dig a little deeper into your racing backgrounds.
All right.
I did have a question, and you kind of answered it, but let's do a deep dive. How long have you guys known each other, and where did you meet and how did you meet?
Over 40 years.
I was 11.
And we'll just leave it at that. That way
No,
we
no,
can
no,
just
no,
keep
no,
it
no,
right.
okay,
Just-
no, 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 no,
no, no,
I
no,
was
no, 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 no. And
Mike
that's-
is
that-
much
no.
older than me.
Anyway, not that much older. But anyway,
He's my stepbrother's best friend.
right.
Okay.
Well, so yes, and then we all kind of became family. We did a lot of hung out a lot of parties together, did a lot of stuff together, and then of course we've had Daytona 500 parties for the last 25 years or whatever.
Me and
30
Mike
years.
met our wife. We started dating our wives the same year.
Yep.
We got married the same year.
Yep.
And this is how dedicated me and Mike are. Mike got married in March.
No, February.
Sorry, February, before the race season started, and Tom got married in October after the racing season. So both of our wives
Well,
had
you-
to- cannot be married during the race season.
No.
It's not happening. No.
I, however, did it differently.
Yeah.
That was during COVID, so who would have known that we're actually going to be racing?
Right, yeah.
Okay, so you guys are childhood best friends, right?
Me and Mike were not friends.
We
So
were
Mike,
friends.
because he's a little older.
I'm older.
A little bit older than me.
Yeah.
He was friends with my stepbrother.
Let's
and
just
I was
say-
a kid- I was
How
a
old's
kid.
your stepbrother?
Let's just say I was.
He's
Let's just
4
say
years
I was.
older than me.
I was driving when I met Tom.
Yeah.
I had a car.
I was 11
I had a car.
and
He
Mike
was
could
11.
drive.
So let's leave it at that. Okay.
Oh,
All righty then.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
So I was a little punk that Mike didn't hang out with. But then when I left for the service, when I got back, I was roommates with Dave Holden,
Okay.
Yeah.
who was racing a modified, and I helped him on his car. And Mike was running MIDI mods.
We've been all hanging out since the
Right.
90s.
And my
Since we
brother,
got
of
back.
course, they were all in bands, and
Yeah.
so it was.
Okay.
We got
Yeah.
back together.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then we both started racing modifieds,
Huh.
and it was me, Mike, Combinator, Mike's cousin,
He was my
and
crew chief then.
Ty
He-
Webster, and we all
Well, yeah.
were a little teammate.
Well, there was
there,
a
teammates.
lot of guys.
But we'd all of us went to Boone all the time. We'd go to
Yeah.
Boone every year, and
All the stuff that happened there back in the
me
day.
and me and my second wife, Mrs. Sullivan, we would hang out and watch, drink and watch Mike win races and kill it at Boone.
I think I was 11 watching him win races.
And I was not 11 anymore.
Yeah.
Man, I could party back then.
Oh
Boy.
man, the times.
There's some stories we could tell. Probably not.
Well, maybe on Spotify.
Yeah. This is anything goes. This is everything goes.
I don't think I want people to know what I did.
I'll keep a few of those after-hour stories.
It was a
We'll
good
keep
thing
front.
there was no Facebook back then.
Yeah, very good thing.
Okay, so for those listeners that don't know what Boone is, what are we referring to as Boone?
Iowa. It's a town in Iowa, Boone, Iowa, but it's the
host of the
IMC
IMC,
Super National.
right.
Super National.
Week
So,
long-
yeah,
week
so
long
the
though.
IMCA Super National. So, Sully,
Yeah.
what happened at Boone?
What didn't happen at Boone?
Whatever you want to.
You want to talk about naked girls or loud music or bonfires or drinking or
all of the above. That sounds
I
fun.
don't know. I can't get into all that
Steak
stuff.
sandwiches.
Oh yes,
Steak
a lot of steak sandwiches happened at Boone.
Is that close to 141?
Yeah.
When you've been drinking that much, that is the best steak sandwich you ever. That ribeye got more
Well,
gristle in it.
you'd have more than one in one day.
Yeah.
I was probably eating 3 of those a day.
But there was 400 and something modified.
Right, no B mods back then.
And then there was late models.
Sprint cars,
and huge
stock,
street stocks and
stock
hobby
car
stocks.
class and
3 of
street
them.
stock class.
Two
Yeah.
of what we call our street stocks. There was 2 different classes, like a hobby stock
Well,
version and a
yeah.
street stock.
One was like the
fast.
stock cars at Wilmot now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other one was like more like what the Wilmot cars used to be.
Yeah, more hobby.
More stock.
Smaller tires, less horsepower.
Okay.
Boone is.
And there was a shit ton of those stock cars out there
Yeah.
too, and it's amazing they could
100.
run so many races. That just the modified races were 40 heat races with 10 cars each.
Two
Just by
Bs,
themselves. 2 Bs. No, there were more than 2 Bs.
Oh yeah, but
There
there
were
was
multiple
2
Bs,
A's,
2
multiple
A's.
B's
And then they only
every night
and you had to win your heat to make to make one of the A's. So like the first 20 heats, every winner of that heat only would go to the A, but you didn't necessarily start in the front. You drew.
Right.
Blind
So you could
draw,
start
blind
fourth,
draw for position.
or you could
Or
start
20th. The first time
You
I
could
made
have
it,
won your heat from the back of your heat and won it, and then be like, oh, great, I get to do it all over again.
first time I made it, I pulled a 20, and I'm like, yeah, okay.
And then you had to win your heat, and then you had to be top four in the A that night.
Just to make it, and if you were 4th, you were all the way towards the back because they started 33 cars, 11 rows deep, 3 wide.
On a 3/8 mile high bank.
Yeah.
So in the sprint car world, we're talking Chili Bowl mixed with Little
No,
500.
it's
It's like Knoxville. It's like Knoxville.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Just a huge event. Thousands of people.
So was 40 heats.
40
So-
40
heats.
mod heats.
Yeah,
40
mod
mod heats.
heats,
There were
right.
like 40 stock car heats too.
Would you-
Probably
would-
30 street stock heats.
So you've been in the Chili Bowl, right, Tom?
Yep.
Okay, and have you? So
I haven't yet, but I mean, I've watched it a lot.
High five, me too. We all have.
Well, we should
Yeah,
probably
one day.
think about doing
Yeah,
that.
one day we'll do it, right, Sully?
Well, that wasn't supposed to be this past year, but yeah, yep.
So, would you say that Boone is tougher than the Chili Bowl?
Yes, probably.
Okay.
Sorry.
Or back in the day, was it?
It is and it isn't. It
Okay.
is because you had so many more of the fastest guys running on this track. Where it's not as hard is you have more than one night. So at
Gotcha.
Boone, you run every night, so you get 5 chances to make the A because you got
You get
Thursday, Friday.
You get Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You
Saturday
get 3,
morning,
and then you get a last chance shot.
and
Yeah.
Saturday morning.
Right.
At Chili Bowl, you got one day,
That's
one
it.
event. If you listen to them guys, if they're not even in the top front of their heat race, so that they can run for the what's it called? This year they ran it differently.
The
You ran
alphabet?
against the time. No, you ran against time for the top.
The pole
top
shuffle.
10. The pole shuffle.
The pole shuffle. Yeah. Did you like that?
I loved it.
You liked that?
I liked it better because there was no chance of them touching.
Each other.
Right, each other.
But Basin decided
holy
to-
cow, would they throw them in there? And that was the bet. So the racing was fun, the watching was fun, but the alphabet soup and the pole shuffle were 2 of the best events to watch because everybody in the crowd started picking who to root for. Like I was a big Tanner Holmes fan,
Yeah.
so he actually went through.
Yeah,
I think
he ran.
4.
Yeah, he ran really
4
well.
or 5 soups, so he just kept moving along, and it was, and then his last one that he got kicked out,
He only
he
missed
didn't
it,
get kicked out,
yeah,
but he didn't
missed
make it. He finished in the transfer position the heat race before, but they had gone from the top 6 to the top 5, and now he's done.
Yeah.
But he went from the back to 6th, the back to 4th,
Yeah.
the back to 6th, the back to 5th.
The format in Boone has changed now, though, too.
Yeah.
Now I think, well, first of all, there's less A mods because they have B mods now, too. And I think on a don't quote me on this, but I think that the format is they take the top 2 out of the heat now to go to the A main qualifier races, and then they take the top 4,
2 in
top
the
5.
heat race.
Yeah, where it only used to be the winner and that was it.
So Mike has 2 of something that's very sought after, and that is when you win your heat race, they give you a white hat.
I made 3. I won 3 heat
Okay.
races. Out
So
there.
you get this white hat that, and if anybody's wearing that
You walk around the pits
in
and
the
everybody
pits,
knows you.
and they're like, holy shit, there's somebody that won a heat race. 'Cause
Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, you're competing against everybody.
Do you feel like heats are harder to win than features?
Where?
Just anywhere.
No.
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 Okay. I was just curious.
Time gives you.
No.
So if you're fast and the track is right or second place gets knocked, you can almost win a heat race without ever having somebody get up here.
Well, and Boone is
Yeah.
40 laps.
Yeah.
So I mean, you
for the
you
A,
need
yeah.
you need all and if you're going to start way in the
And
back,
this
you need
is
all
not-
40 to do anything.
This isn't a track like Wilmot. This is a black dirt track
Yeah.
that's mixed with
Straw
chips, wood chips,
and straw. There's all
and straw, and they have to wet it down every 10 races. So they bust it, wet it, pack it,
They call it farming.
de-slime it, and go green within 10 minutes.
Every 10 heat
Every 10
races they
heat.
do it. They turn the track completely. But they've got these, huge John Deere machines all running staggered.
So
it's like a mass
looks
operation.
Like out here in Wisconsin,
Yeah.
the snow plows on the interstate
Right.
where they're okay.
Right. It looks
Okay.
just like that, and it's
Wow.
really cool to watch. And so they play the theme from Green Acres, which is the old and they call it
They own
farming.
it, right?
And everybody goes and gets another beer or another steak sandwich or whatever, and then you sit back down for another 10 heat races.
Yeah, so Boone this year, 2024 Super Nationals, starts Monday, September 2nd, and goes all the way to Saturday, September 7th.
Yeah, it's pretty
And-
much the same schedule.
I just kind of clicked on one date, but yeah, it looks like for the whole week, it is pits open at 11 a.m., hot laps at 1. Man, that's a fast 2 hours.
Racing
with all those
used to
starts.
start at 5. I see it starts at 2.
3. I thought
Oh, was it
started
3?
at 3 or
Oh,
4.
maybe it was.
We were at 3 or 4.
Well, it wasn't
Yeah.
2. I know that.
And we were done at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning.
Wow, yeah, so really it's 11 for pits, gates open at 1. Saturday is different, but yeah, Saturday's pits open at 11, gates open at noon, and racing starts at 3.
Like I said, I haven't been there in 18 years, and I think it's been 18 years for Tom too. So I mean, that was the longest.
05.
06 was my last year.
05.
Missed it by 1 spot, dude. 1.
How mad were you? Did you realize you were like going
Yes.
into it? You knew that you were down by
Because
1?
I was all the way. Because I was in all the. I had not won a heat race all the way until Saturday on the last chance qualifier races, but. My points were good, so I got a decent starting spot in one of the last chance qualifier races, and all I had to do was win it, and I finished second. But I still had one more chance after that, and then I had to come in the top. I think it was the top 2 of that, and I got close, but I just couldn't get there. It was just close. That was the last time that I drove for Tony Jenkins when we were at the Super Nationals. So the first time I made it in my own car, and the second time I made it in Tony Jenkins' number 16 car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like driving for him?
Yeah, I mean it took a lot of pressure. I didn't get to make a lot of decisions, so that part was a little bit frustrating to me because I was kind of like the guy that was experimenting a lot with my stuff.
He was complaining a lot, but he was winning a lot too.
I was complaining a lot, but I was winning a lot.
Were you Max Verstappen?
I was kind of winning a lot. Yeah, that's true.
Quit your bitching.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm sure that's what Tony said.
Yeah.
Too.
We had a lot
Do
of
you want to finish second?
we had a lot of engine problems back then. But when we were running, we were winning.
Had
So,
that Ellis chassis.
well, yeah. Then after that, we got those 3 victories in a row.
Yeah.
So, good times, fun times.
It was that track. If anybody at Wilmot was serious about how to run a racetrack, they would go watch the Chili Bowl, which they have.
Mm-hmm.
They would go watch.
Oh, how streamlined it is. Well, especially for them.
So in Mike's, I tell a great story when I was there and Mike won the heat race.
Mm-hmm.
Mike was running second in his heat race. He crosses the line, and just before him and the leader who is John Logue.
John Logue, 5-time Super Nationals champion.
and IMCA national champion.
IMCA
at
national
least
champion.
3 times or 2
Something
times.
like that. Yeah.
We see something come out of John's car.
His
We're
neck
like, what
brace.
the heck's that?
Yeah.
And we used to wear the donut around your neck.
Yeah.
It came off of John Logue, and it flew out of his car as.
Well, I was catching him anyway.
Yeah,
I was
right.
catching. Well, I was. I started in the back. I had to pass 4 cars to get
It
to
was,
him.
but Mike was still a whole car and a half behind him.
It was,
and
but
they-
I was.
And they crossed the checkered, and they first and second have to pull behind and go across the scales, and we see them do something, and we see they have a catwalk. We've
Yeah.
seen them hand Mike that white hat that says Hoosier across
And then I
it.
get a little
And
bored and
we
I take my
flipped-
picture.
We flipped out like,
Yeah.
what the hell? And he comes back in. He's like, they black flag John Logue. I'm like, if you black flag that guy,
You're gonna black flag
So,
anybody.
it works
So,
in the pits. Everybody in the pits is like, you better be on your game. These people
Yeah.
will black flag everybody.
Yeah.
So on Wednesday I ran and I got a shitty pill draw and I started in the back and I finished second to Vern Jackson, who was the Iowa State champion at the time. And Thursday night I draw towards the back and I got John Logue. I'm like, come on. But I mean, it's hard not to have some heavy hitter in your heat race. But so I finished second to Vern Wednesday, and then whatever we did in the B main. So we were going good in the points, but you still had to win to make it. And then that neck brace just didn't get, the Velcro didn't stick. John Logue says to me, and we're sitting down and that we crossed the scales and
But
whatever.
even if it doesn't stick,
I don't know.
our donut is wedged to the.
I don't know
seat.
what happened,
So even
but-
if it pops open, how'd it come off?
He walked up to me and he goes, you better make it count. You better make it count. And what do? I draw the pole for the A main. And I led the whole A main until the caution came out. And the only reason I got put back to second because the guy running in second got his nose out in front of me and then slid behind me.
Just
And
enough.
on the lap before, and then the caution came out. So they scored in there, even though he never completed the pass going in the corner because he couldn't slide me.
Yeah.
But when they went back to the restart, they put him in front of me, and then I held off Johnny the Jet, a few other guys, and I finished second in the A. Then get wrecked.
And that was on the prelim.
Get wrecked in the.
No, this was the
This
A main.
was the main.
No,
No.
this is the nightly A
The
main.
nightly A main.
So if
night,
you
yeah,
finish
prelim.
in the top 4, you're going to the
Okay,
big
so the
12.
prelim.
So I finished
okay.
second, got a good starting spot, got wrecked, had to go back to the back, and then in my effort to get to the front, I gently tapped somebody, and I got the instant black flag. I'm in my seat trying to shove my head down like as far as I can, like maybe they won't see me, maybe they won't see me, maybe they
Yeah,
won't see me.
they see you and have a
They
laugh.
see me. They see me right away. They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay.
The other thing
Beer
they
time.
do-
Time to drink beer.
There's 33 cars that are going to make the A main. No,
Mhm.
probably 35. There's probably some probation or some
Provisionals, yeah.
that are going to just be on standby in case one of these 33. But them 33 cars go through a tent where they disassemble
yeah.
the car, completely disassemble it.
Well, they disassemble you after your A main qualifier night. Top four.
Yeah.
Your
No,
car,
that's what I mean. What
your top four from each of the A mains. Those cars go in the tent and they get blown
completely
apart.
and then you have to put it back together.
They want to check everything.
Even
they
on
can.
Saturday, they do a reduced one on Saturday, but
Yeah.
they
And
take
then
it
they
completely
just
apart
enough to
just
make
so
sure
you
that you
can
know.
make the A.
And then they take the top 10's engines.
Yeah.
You just give up your engine, and then they raffle them off.
Yeah.
And the win money, I think at the time was like 25 or
22,
20 something $100.
And
Yeah.
you gave them, and every one of the top 10s got a $15,000.
But if you-
So when you finish 11th, you're like, wow.
Yeah.
Well, hey, at least I,
I
got
did.
my
Oh
money.
no, I
At
finished
least
13th.
got my
I was up
money.
to 11th. I was up to 11th in 2002, and I finished 13th. And I was like, well, I was the kind of thing to myself, well, if they take this book, they can have it. It was on its last.
There, somebody did it for a few years. They put together the package to win the Super Nationals was like $80,000 because you won $2,500, but Midwest Motorsports gave you a
You got a
brand new
free,
engine.
you get a
got
car, you get a
yeah.
brand new race car, you get a new
Chassis, okay.
engine, you get
Right.
new this, you get
All
shocks.
Brett Simpson was giving you helmets.
Yeah,
and-
you were getting lots of
So
stuff.
you
Yeah.
won a ton of money.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I think the top 4 or 5 Midwest Motorsports was giving them brand new engines. So you were losing yours.
And we all got paid every day for we got paid tow money,
$300-400
and just money for showing
Show
up.
up.
We got paid, and so
But they black flag everybody, and as far as the race goes, like the farming, no caution laps. So you better be able to knock this. If somebody breaks down, the 4-wheeler just pushes you to the middle and they go green.
No, if you bring out a caution, you're done.
Yeah,
Black flag.
go
They
home.
push you into the infield, or or
you
you
don't
just
get
drive
any
off.
start.
You don't get anything.
They come
and they
out-
go right back to green if the line they think the lineup's good. They're going green right now.
They pull out. So we pull out to get on track. We pull out in the middle of the backstretch.
Under the back catwalk.
So you pull out in the middle of the backstretch, and you go green when you hit the turn 1 and turn 4.
You go around
So you
once.
pull out. No,
Because because you're going out while the other ones are going in.
Yeah, but as soon as you get in the corner, you come out. And as soon as you get in 3,
I don't remember. I thought it was.
Let me look it up on Google Maps.
I thought they paraded us around one time. They
No.
showed us 1 to go when we pulled out.
maybe the A mains, but not for our heat races. It was out, and you got the green.
Ooh. Man, that's wide.
So this
Yeah.
catwalk here,
Oh, this catwalk. Okay.
that's
No,
the one.
that's the one.
That's the one. Like we all get
stand
drunk
on.
on.
This is the one you drive under. I don't know why there's not a bridge. There used to be a bridge going across there.
Okay.
There's not
But
now.
that catwalk also almost killed one of our Wilmot guys. What was his name?
Well,
He ran the 10.
the catwalk didn't kill him. It was one of these
That
poles down here.
it was
Almost
this.
killed
It was
Carl
this
Geyer.
Yeah, it was this pole coming to the catwalk.
Yeah, maybe it was that pole. Yeah. Oh yeah, because he tried to get off the track. And he was
Yeah.
going too fast. And he wiped out.
Bam! He hit that thing and it
He was
folded
pinned in
this
the car.
Modified in half.
Jeez.
It's a blast though. I mean, it was.
It
Back
was
then.
hammered down.
It looks
was,
like it.
It was banked like Bristol. It does. The pictures even now
Yeah, no.
don't look like it's banked at all. You could run
Are there
full-
any tracks that actually look banked? Like, like,
This
No,
one-
not on
this one
TV.
yeah. Hi, Ashley. You want to come in? We're talking about Boone.
I think we talked about Boone enough, don't you?
No.
Good Lord, let's talk about something else.
Okay, we'll transition here. So Boone does not look like it's that banked, but when you look at other photos of tracks, does it look like it's actually? No. Like if you were to go to Kokomo, like it looks flat, but it's banked. Eldora, like is super banked, but when you watch from like
Boone's
flow,
really banked.
but look, when you're watching Eldora, it looks not as banked as it actually is.
If you slid off the side, if you slid off the top just the right way, you'd roll.
It's down
Oh,
at least
so it
15
just-
feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
we watched somebody do it.
that's a little bit
Yeah.
of tomahawk.
Yeah, we
speed over
we
there.
watched Johnny Sadoff do it, warming up for the A-main.
So they have a race of champions, and right here in the back stretch,
Okay.
there's
Sadoff
about
did it
sorry,
going
turn
into
3 and 4. That hill is about 15 feet.
Yeah.
He was
Oh
racing
wow! Yeah,
of
yeah.
a
I see.
drop. He was
Oh.
racing for Race of Champions, which is just a for fun race.
Yeah. No pay.
Right.
That
When
wasn't
the guy,
Sadoff though.
Yeah, it was.
No, Sadoff was out there warming up for the 33 car A-main on Saturday, and he launched it.
No, that was the Race of Champions,
No.
like an hour and a half before the A-main. Well, this guy, Johnny the Jet.
I don't think
when
so,
he
but I could be
walks, it goes ding, ding, ding. Every time he takes a step, you hear ding, ding. His brass balls are clanging together. The guy never lifts. I watched him launch off the back, flip the car. They picked it up with a tow truck, brought it back, and they put it back together for the A-main about an hour later.
They didn't run. They only made a lap.
And
Car
he,
don't run.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, there's a
But
lot
when
more
he
problems.
he crashed one time, he went off but didn't flip. No, that's what happened. He come off of 4, coming at us on the catwalk, went too fast, jumped the bank, went down here, ran through this grass and dirt, jumped back onto the racetrack,
We
only
didn't have-
lost like 2 positions, down the backstretch, and then launched it off into
Oh
3.
yeah, nice save. Oh, now you're a rocket.
Yeah.
Wow, that looks fun.
It was a.
That looks like a really fun track.
In a modified, it was.
Let's
You
see.
could run
That's fun late
full
model, too.
throttle almost the whole entire time.
You can watch footage of it sometime.
Let's see. Oh, it's only 6 hours and 15 minutes from
That's it.
here. We can make it
it.
before
That's it.
sunrise
We
tomorrow.
we used to stay in the pits. We had an RV. And,
Yeah.
Well, it's only 363 miles. It's not too bad.
no,
There's nothing but farmland all the way there.
it was not straight across. I can tell you that.
It,
We definitely
I mean,
went south.
oh, you went this
I
way.
went
Okay.
this. I went this way.
I did not.
You went Duluth and
Yep,
Waterloo.
Yep, that's the
We
way I
went
went.
down by Chicago and over
No,
by St.
never.
Louis.
Stayed away from all that bullshit.
And
Man.
then crossed because we came up from Des Moines,
Yeah.
Des Moines.
Des Moines.
and that's also home of the Hawkeyes. So it was full of college girls.
Oh yeah, the
and
college
they
team.
were all not dressed well. They were dressed really well for us, but not for their parents.
Mixed company. not that well for mixed company, but they knew their
Well,
clientele.
depends what the mix was.
They knew their clientele.
Well, what's this game you got for us?
Oh, all right. You want to play the game? Yeah, because I was just thinking about it. I'm like, oh, let's go to the Wilmot Raceway and we can talk a little bit about the 11th. But then I was like, wait, this is going to post after the 11th, so there's no point in that. Ooh, Tim Cox won the 604 winged. How do you feel as a car owner? Like, it's a good chance.
It was amazing.
Yes,
We can
there we
edit
go.
it in.
Okay. Tim Cox finished top 5. What do you think? We're gonna
It was
cover all the-
amazing.
Yep.
I couldn't believe he had gone that far that fast.
Tim Cox finished top 10.
I was going to say I couldn't
I would
believe
have
it.
thought he would have done much better than that.
I couldn't believe you went that fast, that far. But I mean,
Yeah.
tomato, tomato.
Yep. Let's see how well this ages. How many cars do you think are going to show up with the 604 winged for the opening night?
18.
18? Okay.
Oh, well, okay.
18?
How many wingless you think they're going to be?
So with 23 at Plymouth, I'm going to say 25,
20? Think no beat?
20. I think
I'm gonna
it's
say
going to be
21.
I think it's going to be a big A main.
Yeah.
I think they're not going to run
Nobody
a
on
B,
the
but-
trailer?
Ryan said he wasn't coming.
Zelsky?
Yeah.
But I'll be there, so we're
Right.
a wash. Right? But then, yes, and then...
But like some of the guys are gonna, like me, that only have one car, are gonna decide to put a wing on it or not.
Why is he not coming?
I don't think he. I don't know. I don't think he's getting along well with people.
Okay.
I have no idea.
You know, the typical madman,
Yeah,
syndrome.
Okay.
Yeah.
But when I talked to him, he definitely had mentioned that it was part time or
Yeah.
reduced schedule or something. So.
Okay. So, the live video went so well, we ran out of time. So we're going to play back and forth, which is very easy. Tom Brown, I looked at the screen like people are listening, but
Are they on Spotify? Are we live?
No.
yeah, no, we're not live. We're not live. This is
Post tomorrow.
this is going to be uploaded at a later date. So back and forth is really easy. Tom Brown and Sully here are going to be just trying to go back and forth and think of drivers, the top 25 correct answers of drivers that have won B mains, or the most B mains, I should say. But whoever gets it wrong, the other person wins.
Okay.
So you
Well,
guess
then why do you
somebody
want to
doesn't-
intentionally get it wrong then? Well, I don't want to do that.
No, you don't want to do that.
Oh.
There's a big prize at the end. No, I'm kidding. There's no big prize. You have pride.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, but I'll try to win.
All you have to do is name somebody
Yes.
that want to be.
Yep. So this is top 25 correct answers. There are more B main winners in this, but there's actually only 6 positions because there's a lot of ties.
Okay.
All right. Well, you went to the bathroom. Tom Brown was asking me what kind of he didn't know if he was going to get any of these drivers, but there's like 19 that he should know. So you should know.
You don't have to say them in order.
Yeah, you
just
don't have to say them in order.
They won the most.
But I have to
wins.
get I have to get like the most.
No,
No,
you
no,
just have to say. Am I going first?
Here, go
Yeah,
first.
we'll have that.
Okay.
We'll have
So
Tom.
I'm going to say Mike Sullivan.
Mike Sullivan is a correct answer. I just have to find it.
So
real
all
quick.
you have to do is guess somebody on the list.
Yeah.
They don't have to beat who I'm on the list. And eventually, one of us is going to run out of driver, and he didn't win a B, and I'm out. Or lose.
Oh, okay.
So Mike Sullivan is tied in 4th place with 5 B main wins.
Yeah.
Okay.
I figured I was up there, and considering I didn't run in 17, 18, or 19. Well, but you don't want to be in a B, right? That's kind of the point.
Right. That's what. I don't know what some-
Now, when you guys get stuck, I will give you little hints here and
Okay.
there. Not with drivers, but I'll give you numbers.
Marshall.
Marshall, I think is on here.
If he is, he's way
Yeah.
He's on.
I almost.
He
won.
is tied with this driver named Sullivan.
Oh, he's fourth.
He's 4th with 5. Tom.
Sivia.
Sivia. Congratulations.
I won.
He's never won a B.
He's not on my list.
I was gonna take a shot.
Okay, we'll go back.
Yeah, well, no. He already lost. But can I keep going?
You want to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if you can rattle them off. So hang on,
Dan Wade.
So Sully wins. I gotta write that down. Wow, that was the fastest. We could have played this on the live.
Well, I'll go first. Here, let me back up. I'll go Tim Cox.
No, you have to go Dan Wade.
Okay.
No,
I'm gonna go Tim Cox first.
Tim Cox
Yes.
first.
I know he won at least one B main.
Uh,
Cause
he is. So that's the thing. It's not who's won a B main. It's the most B mains. So there's a cutoff at the top 25. So the lowest number on the list is 3.
3 Bs.
But yes, he is 6 with 3.
Ah.
Who else?
Well, shit. I don't think Dan Wade's won that many, but he might have won one.
But
You gotta
my
do
list
3.
doesn't go down to 1.
Because it's too many guys.
Too many people.
Okay. Let's see. Let me see. Where's the master list?
Master list.
No, who on this list is Klemko for sure. Klemko.
Which one?
Chris.
There's a hint.
Chris
Which
and
one?
Chris Klemko and Natalie Klemko. So far,
Chris is the last driver, 6 with 3.
I'm
Natalie is 4th with 5. So Natalie's got more B mains wins than.
Well, that's not a good thing to have.
Oh no. Just wait.
I don't think there's a ton of people on this list really. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that maybe Dodd.
Dodd.
He has a few of them.
No, Dodd is
Who,
not.
him? I already
Yeah.
asked him. He has same as me.
Ryan?
Yeah, Marshall's tied with that. Yep.
No Dodd?
No Dodd.
I didn't think there was Dodd. Okay, well, I still won by like
Yep.
3
Any
drivers.
any other guesses you'd like to give?
Then let's see an interesting list probably. What about Shank?
Raider? Zach?
Radar.
Or Nathan? Nathan.
Nathan? You want Nathan?
Yeah, Nathan.
Nathan is 3rd on the list with 7. He is tied. You might know him.
I'm
You
sure we
might
do know
You
him.
might not know him.
If he's won 7 B mains, we know him.
What's his name?
He might be
Derek Crane?
tied with me.
That's what I was thinking.
Nathan and I are tied for
Because you
3rd.
have sometimes-
There's only 2 of us
You have
with
ba-
7, and it's Nathan and
You
I.
have sometimes bad luck in the heat races, I guess.
So yeah,
Let's see the list.
Any others?
No.
No. Any others?
No. We both lost.
No, not really. Did Dan Wade win any? Was he on the list?
So he is on my list, but not in the list.
Oh.
All right. So the first B main for the Wisconsin Wingless was June 3rd, 2017 at Wilmot Raceway, and the winner was
Dan Wade.
Dan Wade. He won the first B main ever.
That was the first B main? I wasn't even running
First
there.
double B main, almost to the day, or actually past the day. June 17th, 2018 at Angel Park was the first double B main, and the winners were Ryan Zelski and James Walden.
Okay.
So, but number 1 on the list is Dennis Spitz with 11.
Holy shit.
Number 2, Taters with 8.
Mm.
You guys both got 3. Me and Nathan are tied with 7. And then 4th with all 5s are Randy Stanford, Ryan Zelski, Natalie Klemko, Ryan Marshall, Mike Sullivan. The 5th positions with all 4s are Scott Grissom, Zach Radar, Johnny Fall, Vince Bartolotta, Jordan Paulson, Sean Swim, Trinity UTEC.
Mm-hmm.
That one surprised me. I didn't realize Trinity UTEC has won that many B mains.
Mm-hmm.
And all your 6th place with 3 is James Walden, Jake Kuba, Tim Cox, Travis Mahoney, George Gartner Jr., Rusty Egan, Seth Johnson, Tate Hensley, and Chris Klemko.
Johnson, yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah,
obviously
it's a
B
lot.
main winners, but wow, yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun. But yeah,
Good show, dude.
dude, that was awesome bonus coverage.
Thanks, man.
Thank
Appreciate
you
it.
guys so much. Is there anything else that you like to talk about?
I don't think so.
No.
I'm good.
Yeah, really good.
I think I'm good.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go get some dinner and I'm gonna take a nap. What do
Yeah.
you think about that?
Take a nap like all
Till
night.
tomorrow morning.
Till tomorrow morning. Oh man.
I'll watch TV and take a nap.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in on the bonus of the Bench Racing Podcast.
Bonus.
After the Checkers. I forgot to mention that in the beginning, that this portion of the show is After the Checkers. Tune in next week on May 20th with our guest Jimmy Sivia on Facebook Live, 7 p.m. Central.
Wait, is next week is not May 20th?
Yeah, but this post next week.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why we weren't talking about this. That's why we had so many
I gotcha.
cuts
What
for Tim
happened to-
Cox.
Peace!
Peace out, Girl Scout.